Oh yeah, it's the Bird and Brandon show. It's me, Brandon. We got music.
I know you were waiting on a Superman to come my way.
Come my
Oh, what's
way.
burning down inside of you is only need to see the day. 'Cause it's a free fall.
All right, that's our intro music for right now. We're just trying things out. I don't know if that's going to be the intro music next week.
Hey,
We'll
that
see
was
what
fun.
It
happens.
may not be. It may be. It may not be. It may be that playing backwards. Who knows?
Play it backwards and I come back to life, or I
You don't
die.
know me. You don't know the streets I grew up.
You don't know where I've been.
You don't know where.
Maybe a little
I don't-
maybe a little trip.
I don't-
Nice little Saturday. Go to
I
Bed
don't-
Bath and Beyond.
I don't know where
Uh,
you.
I don't know if I'll have
I don't
time.
I don't know. I don't know.
Say what's up, Bird?
Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us
What have you
here
been
on
doing?
the podcast.
What have you been
Hello.
doing this fine evening?
Hello.
What have I been doing? I've been
Yeah.
doing a lot. Dude, I've
Been-
got a crazy summer. I leave Sunday to go down to Orlando. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Ooh, what are you doing in Orlando?
Actually, I'm taking about 24 people from the church that I work for, and we're just going down to Give Kids the World Village. It's a village that brings in kids with terminally ill diseases and their families. They basically give them whatever they want for a week. They send them to Disney World for 3 days, Universal for 2 days, SeaWorld for a day, and they basically anything within reason that the kids and their families want, they provide it.
Unlimited ice cream.
Yes,
I
they
would-
can have
I would
ice
request that.
cream for breakfast. They can have ice cream for a snack. They can have ice
This
cream
is-
for brunch.
This is for like
and they can have
underprivileged
it
kids,
for
or
lunch.
I missed that part. Is what
no,
kind
no,
of
no.
kids?
This is terminally ill. They've got
see.
diseases that
Oh,
are terminally that are going to be I mean, they're not going to be around. It's just some.
it's like a Make-A-Wish. It's
Maybe
not the
a-
Make-A-Wish Foundation, but something like it.
It's a lot like Make-A-Wish, but it was started by this guy who was a teenager in Auschwitz, survived that camp, and came over to America. Wanted to do something cool for kids, give some hope to some kids that don't have hope. And so basically it's a week for them to forget about doctors and needles and like just the depression that they might be in, and they just have fun. Like we're gonna be there as volunteers, and we're just gonna be trying to make every single day or minute that we're with them as fun as possible.
That's all. What's the name of this place?
It's called Give Kids the World.
Dude, we should shout them out every podcast, just to,
Every podcast.
just to
man.
let people
like,
know about them. That's awesome.
Like, dude, it's so cool. It started with one like little villa, and he brought this. He knew about this teenage girl that had this bone like cancer or whatever, and he brought in her family, and this one dude was getting like support from some, I don't know, businesses, and they gave her, and it started like that in the 70s to now where they're like a multi-million-dollar Disney, Universal, all of these things support this. And they even send like you can be tucked in by Mickey Mouse or something like that. Like Disney sends over its characters to tuck in kids and to just give parties and stuff like that at night. So, dude, it's man, it's
Dude,
gonna be.
I would want Donald Duck to read me a story every night before I went to bed.
I just want somebody to read me Junie B. Jones. The Dirty Bird, you haven't started reading Junie B. Jones just yet, I'm sure.
Not yet. Not yet.
Your daughter is so young. Steven, did y'all do Junie B. Jones with yours?
I was about to ask, what is this Junie B. Jones?
Oh my gosh, dude, it's the best thing ever. Like, it's written from the perspective of like a first grader, a kindergartner or something. It's just called Junie B. Jones. Junie B. Jones
Junie?
goes to Junie, like Junie. Junie, and then her middle initial is B. But anyway, it's just like bedtime stories for kids. They're so
Yeah,
fun.
I've heard
I
of it.
laugh. I laugh every night. So I'll sit in there with Lindsay while she reads, and I'll just sit in there and laugh. They're great. Whoever the lady that wrote, I think she passed away not too long ago. The lady that was the author, but she wrote a ton of them. There's probably 30 or 40 of them, maybe more than that.
Found an image of one.
Yeah.
It's awesome. They're so funny, just like the way she words it, and then there's like little.
Image of the book.
There's like little jabs and jokes that are kind of meant for adults. It's not like adult humor ever, obviously, but just little things that are meant to make the parents laugh every now and then. It's great, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Really good. So like one chapter a night for my kids, and they love it. They go to bed with a smile on their face, and everybody leaves the room happy. It's awesome.
That's cool, man.
Are they super long chapters?
No, they're super
like
short,
some of
which
the
is
jobs
very
that we
important
get
for
to
a
do
bedtime
there.
story.
Gotta have it be the right length, dude.
Some of the jobs that we get to do down there, like I mean, some of us will be working in a cafe where we're serving them, of course, meals and stuff, but like we get to operate carousels and like put these kids in these rides that spin around, and they're even wheelchair accessible. A kid in a wheelchair can go up and it would fit in the ride, and they get to go up and spin around and we get to ride on the train and be train conductors and engineers, and man, it's like it's gonna be so like fulfilling. It's gonna probably change us more than it's gonna help those kids. Forget about doctors and stuff, but dude, I encourage everyone to just, if you go down to Orlando, you can just go and volunteer. Like you can just go and they'll put you to work, man.
That's good. So you don't have to be affiliated with any kind of church or
Mm-mm.
anything necessarily.
No,
That's
no.
good.
All the church groups that come are put in just like regular volunteers. Like they have volunteers year round that are they're almost like they're permanent volunteers, if you will. But then there's people like Disney workers. A lot of Disney employees just go over on their off day to volunteer and to see these kids and stuff. And so, man, it's such a cool place, man. I'm pumped.
Well, that's awesome. Dude, you've done a lot of mission work. So where all have you been?
South America. Our trip to Guyana,
I knew
which
about
will
that
be
one.
that will be an entire podcast.
Did you pronounce that Guyana or Ghana?
Guyana. Ghana is in
Africa.
Now, my
His
wife,
wife actually went there.
yeah, she was in Ghana for like 40 days. She stayed in the bush there. It was pretty cool stories. I'm gonna get her to come on and tell some of those.
In an actual bush.
Yeah.
I've been to South America, Mexico several times, Arizona to the Navajo Indian Reservation.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like outside the states, though. Well, I guess that one counts, though. That's pretty cool because I guess that's like
Dude,
Indian lands, right?
It's outside the states because they run their own territory. Like they have their own president.
They have their own president.
They have their own president. They have their own law system. They don't abide by American law. They have their own law system. Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
And you can like smoke peyote for your religion and stuff.
Yes.
That's true or false?
I do it.
I got the missionary that was there when my wife and I went to kind of scout out the trip before I took a group. Yeah, we were sitting on his porch late night. Paul G, God rest his soul. He passed away a couple years ago, but he offered me. He had a satchel of peyote, and he offered me some peyote.
Dude,
It was
that's
crazy.
strong psychedelic right there, my
I was
friend.
like, nah. I better steer clear of the peyote this time. Wait till I bring all the kids, maybe
Yeah,
maybe
wait
then.
until the youth minister shows up with all the kids. I'm I'm interested in all that stuff, man. It just like I'm interested in like learning about it. Like I said, ever since I've gotten into like I've got to travel around and just meet people from all different walks of life. You know, like
Yeah.
you're from different countries, and then from different, even from inside the states, people that grew up in different backgrounds and stuff. Hearing some stories, I mean, I don't think that I'm interested in participating in that myself, but man,
He was
hearing some of the
telling,
stories about it's pretty
yeah.
interesting.
He was telling me some stories like when somebody in the village is really, really sick, like all the men of the village will go to the community center and they will give that dude a bunch, like I'm talking a lot of
Yeah.
peyote.
What
And he
Terrence
said,
McKenna would call a heroic dose.
yeah.
That's the
So,
only dose for
like
that
you
kind
don't,
of stuff.
he said you have to throw up the peyote before you start to like hallucinate and trip on it. So they gave him a lot. So he would trip faster. So he was laid out on the table hallucinating on peyote while everybody, like I'm talking like 50 Navajo dudes and him, because he's been accepted by the Navajo community, or was, they were all taking little dosage, and they were praying. They stayed in there from 6 o'clock. They basically had a peyote lock-in. They stayed in there. They stayed there from 6 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning, praying while on peyote.
And also playing hide and seek, which is an important element to any
And
good
yeah, they
game.
were playing
Keep it
like
playful.
they were playing grown man Indian sardines.
A
They
peyote
passed.
lock-in. So this is the missionary is laid out on the table.
No, he's one of the guys who's he's
So
praying
who was
for
on the
him.
table? I'm so
No,
stupid.
just a Navajo guy
That's the
who
shaman.
was sick or requesting prayers for like his family. Like
They just loaded him down.
load him down. He's tripping, and they
Hold on,
said
that
that
doesn't sound right.
kind of,
They gave the sick person a lot of psychedelic.
yeah, the sick person or the one who like really was asking for prayers.
Ah,
And so, man, I'm telling you, dude, I learned some
that's
crazy
intense,
stuff
bro.
there. They go and do those prayer sweats. I'm
Like in the
telling
sweat
you,
lodge things, the
Sweat
kivas.
Lodge, bro. I'm not kidding when I say I walked out of, it was me, my wife Anna, Paul G, the missionary, and 3 Navajo grandmas. I'm not lying, dude. All 3 old. They didn't speak a lick of English.
They have their shirts
But,
on or off.
well,
The grandmas.
no,
Tell the truth.
they wore shirts. They
Oh,
did
that's
speak
a
a little
shame.
bit of English.
They spoke enough English to keep their shirt on.
Yeah. And so, dude, we were in that prayer sweat for 2 hours. And when we stepped outside, I have never felt like more refreshed physically, emotionally, and spiritually in the same, all of the same in the 3 together, like I had with Vin. I mean, they were, I don't want to tell the whole story, but like, dude, you go in there and you tell each other like prayer requests, and then you pray out loud while somebody's making it really, really hot in there, like a sauna. It's all closed in, and you're praying for everybody else but yourself.
Praying
And
for an
so
air conditioner.
we're praying for them in English. They're praying for us in Navajo out loud. Everybody's like praying out loud, and it's so confusing, especially for an ADD person. I found myself copying what the missionary was praying for. He was like, Lord, I want to pray for Brother Brian. I was like, Lord, I want to pray for Brother, because I'm so ADD. And so then I started like copying the Navajo grandmas. Masala masu para 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 musu.
That
I
didn't
don't
sound
know.
like Navajo. That didn't.
But there was this one. I will say this: you have to puff on this peace pipe
Yeah.
um, before it's. I mean, there's no drugs in it,
Well,
but
what's in it?
there's. This is what the missionary told us. It's kind of
He
like.
lied to you.
Oh yeah, he probably did. He probably did.
I know what's in it.
He said it was like the Colonel's chicken.
Right.
It's
That's
secret, yeah,
what
it's
they use
secret
nowadays on the
ingredient.
streets.
Yeah, it was like the Colonel's chicken.
He picked it up on the street corner there at the Navajo
14,
village.
I don't know, made of spices, all kinds of spices.
Spice.
And,
Whoa,
and
whoa. Don't mess with that spice, bro.
So,
Oh, that
so
stuff's
there,
bad.
like, it was funny because Anna was so worried. Anna, you have to know my wife. She's such a goody girl. Like she doesn't want to do anything that she thinks is wrong, and
Ever.
she's never smoked anything in her life. And so she was like, "I'm just make sure if you tell anybody that I'm doing this that they know I didn't inhale." And,
She's like Bill Clinton.
and she's got me cracking up, right? So she's like asking me how to do it. She was like, "What do I do? Do I suck in? Do I suck in and then immediately blow out, or do I?" She was asking me all these tips and stuff, and it was
Long
so
deep
funny.
breath. Hold it.
Yeah,
7 seconds.
I was like, "Come on,
Exhale.
I pulled up
8
a quick
seconds.
video of Snoop Dogg. I was like, this is how you do it."
A blueberry
No,
young.
but then one of the grandmas, one of the grandmas was, dude, she was Snoop Dogg's grandma for real. She was
Rolling.
like puffing on it, and then she'd like put the smoke all around her. And dude, she did not puff pass. She was like
She was a
puff
professional, son.
puff puff, and she kept like showering her body with the smoke from this peace pipe. And dude, it had me and Anna cracking up. And that was
I think I know what else had y'all cracking up. The natural ingredients in the peace pipe. Because for sure there wasn't a bunch of
No,
there
there wasn't.
It probably was inert, as in. But if you're around a lot of other people that are like doing mind expansion stuff and doing sweat lodges and stuff, man, just being in that environment will make you kind of on their level. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to do
it's a
drugs when you're
group
around
consciousness
it.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that, man.
For sure. Well, man, it was really cool. I love the fact that they're very in tune with spirit and the earth. Like they're all about being in balance vertically and horizontally. Like they're very respectful to the creator, but then they're also very respectful for the creation. It's just a cool balance of thinking, man. It really taught me a lot.
That's a cool way to put it too, the creator and the creation. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's, you gotta search for it that way. I guess everybody comes at things from a different place, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm a firm creator believer, you know what I mean? And then if there's a creator, then there's a creation, and they got to line up somehow. You know? So
well, the
things that grow in the earth, man, those things I think were made for us to,
sure.
or we were made for each other, I guess is a better way to even look at it. Like I was reading something, I guess this is kind of on top. I was reading something today. You know how just stuff will come across your Facebook feed, and the more weird people that you have as friends on Facebook, the more weird stuff gets shared on your timeline. So I saw one today that was the endocannabinoid system. It was on like a medical website. It's like, okay, you've heard of the lymphatic system, you've heard of the endocrine system, the digestive system, et cetera, but have you ever heard of the endocannabinoid system? So apparently,
I have not.
Well, I didn't know there was a system.
Heard about it.
I did know that there was such thing as endocannabinoids and cannabinoids. So anyway, cannabinoid is something that's produced by your body naturally, and it fires off on the CB1 receptor. Steven, this is going to be your alley. You're probably going to know a lot more about this.
I said I was a black belt last podcast. If you're going to test my black belt,
yeah, we're going to test you out. So endocannabinoids are produced by your own body, and they fire off at the CB1 and CB2 receptors. Exocannabinoids or exogenous cannabinoids come from marijuana, and your brain and your body is made to they naturally accept those things, which is really, really interesting. So some of the different components,
a lock and a key and a lock mechanism. Like the cannabinoids work on your body's natural system. Like you said, your body's natural endocannabinoid system. It's kind of like your mood regulative system, because it has a lot to do with moods and whatnot. We still don't know much about it, but from what we do know, moods are in that mix, and you can kind of deduct that much from people that that have used cannabis and the reasons they use it. It's mood altering. Well, but it acts
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Key. Yeah. What's up, Brandon? Yeah.
This was an athletic trainer that had posted this, and he was talking about how it integrates and teaches you to refine movements, like athletic movements. And so it's a really, really interesting article. I wish I had the link up. I would maybe share it in our show notes or whatever. Hey, speaking of show notes, guess what, kids? Did y'all know that we're now available on iTunes and Stitcher? That's right. If you like to listen, or if you like to watch the Bird and Brandon podcast on YouTube, which, let's be real, you don't.
You don't at all.
Nobody wants to watch on YouTube while they're driving in their car. That's not convenient. What do you want to do? You want to put on a podcast and hit play so you can turn your screen off and save your battery just in case you don't have a car charger. Well, now you can do that with the Bird and Brandon podcast featuring Stephen Mitchell. That's Steven's theme song. Every time we say Stephen Mitchell. So please subscribe to us. Subscribe to the Bird and Brandon podcast on iTunes and write a review. Don't write a review of that little mix, that little song we just did.
Because we know you loved it.
Yeah, that goes without saying. We know you like that
given.
Song. We know you love the Stephen Mitchell theme song. Everybody loves the Stephen Mitchell theme song. Hey. I don't like the big cymbal at the end.
It's not a cymbal. It's like an intro
it's
like the intro to techno.
Yeah, white noise swooshes. Bird, I'm on the same level, dude. I heard it. I heard the swoosh.
You were about to do the drop.
That's what it was, man. It's not a cymbal.
It can be, though, if you
listen to my mouth.
You're making the beats.
You listen.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
All right. Anything else about endocannabinoids?
I still want to talk about endocannabinoids.
I think we're good on endocannabinoids. We've got our highest listeners at 6 right now. We don't want to scare you.
We're up to 6
with some
endocannabinoids.
Hey, we got some questions on Twitter. Here you go. Check this out. This is from Johnny Pickler. It says, Serious question. Where do I sign up for the Disney World Peyote Mission Trip?
Niche market.
You go to Bird and Brandon / Disney Peyote Vacation giveaway.
Yep. birdandbrandon.com / Peyote Disney.
Funny enough, that actually would be kind of relevant. Psychedelics and disability.
In Disney World.
Especially terminally ill.
Terminally ill. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Johnny Pickler, for that beautiful, beautiful question. Seriously beautiful question.
That's what he said. Serious question.
Serious business.
Here's another question from Johnny Pickler. Of all the great series finales in TV history, which would you consider the most erotic, and why did you say Cheers?
I don't have that mixed up yet. Dang it.
Why was Johnny Pickler not first on our list for guests?
Oh, we can have Johnny Pickler on.
This is for
He
Johnny.
needs to be on.
That was for you, buddy.
Hey, Johnny Pickler. Oh, Bird.
Bird, where'd you go?
Dropped. Oh, where'd you go?
Bird, he's
Sorry.
back. He's back.
Oh, don't
He's
do that
back.
again. That scared us.
I know. I gotta hook my. Hold on. I gotta hook my phone up.
For our listeners,
Oh.
Bird just dropped his video feed, but now he's back though, so don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
Bang.
forgot my stinking laptop, so I'm using my phone. It's all
it
good.
sounds all right though. It's not terrible, I don't think.
It's got a way better picture than the HP that I tried to hook up a while ago.
What phone are you using? iPhone?
The 6.
iPhone 6 or the 6 Plus?
The 6.
That's what my wife has.
The
I
6
got the
appeal.
5. I got the 5C. Steven, what do you use?
I'm rocking the 6.
See, I'm thinking about switching over to Google stuff, man.
We got 6 appeal.
All 6 of
I
them?
just
All
switched
6?
from Google to Apple
Yeah, why?
because I just use the Android system enough, like I guess you just kind of get used to using one and you want to change it up,
Yeah.
But I
Excuse me.
think Apple has the original iPhone, man, or the smartphone, and everybody kind of imitates them. But
Yeah.
Like
Here's my thing. I'm kind of in like 2 worlds, so I got iPhone, iMac, and iPad, right? So I got all these Apple products, but then all my storage stuff and my products are like Google. So like I use Google Drive, I use Gmail, YouTube's a Google product now, so I started using Google Photos, which just came out. That's pretty cool. Listen to this, man. Google Photos is unlimited upload of videos and photos to your cloud. You get an unlimited cloud, as big as you want. That's unbelievable.
so it was Snoop Dogg took a hit, blew it out into a cloud,
And
that's
then you
updating
upload all your music into
to
that.
that cloud.
Or not music, but photos and like short videos and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
find ways to inject.
but
Snoop
anyway, I'm
Dogg.
thinking about me, and then we use Google Hangouts. You know what I mean, for the podcast. So I'm using all these Google products. Plus, Google is going to take over the world eventually. Not Apple. Apple is cool. I just wonder if all my.
I
stuff
think
will
they're
be
gonna
more
combine.
seamlessly integrated.
I think they're gonna combine to own the world. That's Johnny Pickler serious right there.
Ooh, that's serious. What
Google.
all right. Other than Google and Apple, what companies could do that for real? Like, because Google could do that. Google could really, for real, take over the world.
Yeah.
They've got so much.
Walmart.
Walmart could take over the world. Ugh, that's a bleak looking world.
That is a terrible world. But
Google
seriously,
taking over the world doesn't scare me too bad.
but the three, like
Google has
three of-
jujitsu on campus.
three
You
of
can
the
work at
top
Google.
10,
Take jujitsu.
three of the top 10 richest people in the world. Walmart.
Wait, what? Like they work for Walmart or they are Walmart?
No, they're
Waltons.
the Waltons. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeez, dude.
they got lots of money.
lots.
That's scary, dude.
Hey, how about companies in the top 10? You wouldn't think this is there. It's a razor company. I think
A
it's
razor, like Gillette.
Making more blade, dude.
yeah, like Schick
The
or
ultimate business strategy. Add
or
more blades.
Gillette. I can't remember which one it is, but I think it's Gillette. I kid you not. I read this article on Yahoo.
I don't think I have any friends that shave. How's a razor company in the top? Look at you. You don't
really
shave with
evolved,
no
dude.
razor. I ain't shaved with a razor in 6.
I shave with a pickaxe and a dwarf named Timmy.
Oh, poor little fella.
I
He's
know.
a sharp-dressed man,
His
though.
teeth are very sharp though, and they
Clean
get a
shave.
nice clean shave.
Is Timmy clean-shaven himself?
No, not a bit, because he can't. Yeah, I mean, he can't use his own teeth.
How was that bird? How'd it look like?
You're like Jim Carrey when he's the fitness instructor on In Living Color.
Or Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah, Fire Marshal Bill. That's another good one. Best Jim Carrey movie of all time, go.
The Truman Show.
What? That
I'm
was a
just
good
kidding.
good movie.
No, it's a good flick.
We're looking for more like Dumb and
I'm gonna
Dumber.
have to go with oh yeah. Well, I want to go with like a Jim Carrey feature only, not where he's like So I'll take Dumb and Dumber out.
Oh.
And I'll go
That's hard to do.
I'll take Ace Ventura.
Oh man, that was be.
I forgot about that one. I think I like that one better than Dumb and Dumber.
Dude,
The
because
first one. The
it
first
was
one.
like it was like his first. It was like his coming out.
Dan Marino was in that movie. Dan Marino and Tone Loc.
Tone Loc.
You remember at the end, he's like, Tone, put on them big old size 13s and kick it one time.
I mean, when he's at the mental institution, oh my! And he does that rewind scene and him trying to fit in the box.
He's wearing a tutu. He's got his hair done up like Homeboy from the X-Men.
And he's like, "I'm here to see Ray Finkel. I need to see Ray Finkel."
They did the crying game spin. When he's in the shower and he's shoving all that gum in his mouth. He's got that on his face.
When everybody finds out at the end, every one of the police officers.
Finkel and Einhorn and Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn's a man.
And when he's in the tank and he's doing all those impersonations, oh man. Dude, he was money. Oh, don't forget when he's when he's looking for the Shark Tank at the rich dude's house.
Oh yeah, the Mission Impossible theme starts going. He's climbing the walls and stuff. Then he starts shoving the hors d'oeuvres in his mouth.
All right, what's yours?
No, that's his favorite movie. But his best scene though.
Best scene?
Yeah, his best scene was, I can't remember which movie it was. I want to say it was Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
Where Steve Carell, however you say his name, Brick Tamlin. That's the first time I saw him, and he's the newscaster, and Jim Carrey's like slinging, like changing his words and making him go crazy. And in other news, my tiny little nipples went to France.
I like cha-cha.
My like, tiny little nipples went to France.
Excuse me.
I would give anything to see the outtakes from that. I bet it's amazing.
Oh yeah, they're good, man.
I
gotta see the girl anchor that's acting with Steve Carell can't stop laughing.
That's perfect.
She can't stop laughing at all, and he's doing all these things. Man, it's good. That's one of my top 5 all-time funny scenes in a movie.
I can't think of a scene off the top of my head that makes me laugh harder. There may be better scenes, but as far as just like making me laugh, I can't think of anything that makes me laugh harder.
When he gets hit with the blow dart in Ace Ventura too.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Tribe.
Yes.
Or when he's crawling out of that rhino's butt.
Oh,
that's a good
one. When he crawled out, yeah, that was amazing.
I'm still laughing.
I was really impressed with the Grinch, man. He did a good Grinch.
I actually never saw that one.
That one's tough, dude. He does a great job in it.
Was it funny though?
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought he was
super
funny.
Professional belch. Oh, thank you. And that was worth. Thank you. That was worth a 5-star review on iTunes for sure.
We went from 4 listeners to 5 right when you did that. That was awesome.
I told you that was worth at least 5 stars.
Magical.
How do y'all see the listeners? I don't know how you do that.
It's down in the bottom.
I'm watching the YouTube.
Oh me.
Channel.
Oh, Bird.
Hey,
high tech.
Are you watching the NBA Finals at all?
Let's talk about that. No.
Because I'm legitimately excited, dude.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't get into it too much anymore. And I'm real mad the Bulls lost, of course.
Bro, put that aside.
Let it go.
Embrace
Let
Embrace
it
that
go.
there's a newness in the NBA, dude. This Golden State Warriors team, they're exactly like my high school basketball team.
Except they're good.
Except, well, that's true. They just run, dude. They run and they shoot threes and they play really good defense and they just run. They're just nonstop action, dude. It's so fun to watch, man.
Steph Curry's great to watch. I watched his 10 best plays of the year on YouTube the other day. I got
He made
caught
Chris
down
Paul
into NBA.
break dance.
Oh my gosh, dude! Made him
That
do
was
the
so
chicken
nasty.
dance like Fujita fighting Fedor. Remember that? When Fujita clubbed Fedor in the head and he did the chicken dance.
He just lost control of his body and just, I don't know what I'm doing.
Just doo-dooed in his britches. His all wrong.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Steven, your camera just went
I know.
buck wild.
I don't
But
know
you
what
look
happened.
you look cooler.
It
Actually,
looks,
you
yeah,
look
you
kinda
actually do.
Blurry,
an
but
alien.
our
Like
listeners can't see.
You look like an alien inside of
Avatar.
a snow
Yo,
globe.
oh, that's unfortunate.
What? I'm back.
You're ugly again. You were a lot better before.
Yeah, it was a big improvement.
Check out. Keep those arms up. Let's describe this for the iTunes and Stitcher crowd. Steven is holding his arms above his head. He's wearing a sharp gray tank top, which
It's got bluish gray.
I'm never comfortable in a tank top. I don't feel good about myself in a tank top, but you wear it well.
I think it's called a bro tank, isn't it?
A bro tank.
Isn't it a bro tank?
Where I'm from, we call that a wife beater. You're sporting a really nice pair of white sunglasses, but I think they might have come from a gas station.
No, these are Toms, bro.
I don't know what that means.
That
Is
means
that
that
a company
Tom's-
that makes organic
Tom
soap?
bought another pair of glasses for a wee child, or paid for an
Oh, that's
iPad.
nice. That's nice of them to do.
Tom's is the
Why
gym.
didn't they just give some glasses to a kid anyways?
They could have done that too. I guess I don't know.
Like, hey, we got all these glasses to give
Yes.
away. That's not a bad strategy, though. Sporting the Mr. Miyagi bandana. And when you raise your arms, you have got a set of armpit hair on you that'll make a man jealous.
Yes, that's true.
You know, the funny thing, it wasn't always like that. I was a late bloomer, man. Late bloomer.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing when I was younger because I didn't have pit hair, dude. I remember I'm
I'm trying to
scarred.
sign up for the No Pit Hair Club. That junk is
Oh.
in the way.
Oh, we went down to 4 watchers because of the armpit hair. Dang it.
Well, they'll be all right.
They'll be okay.
These 4 are faithful and true. These 4 we got. It's the same.
Faithful and true. Yes, that is glorious hair.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, especially the highlight. Just
Yeah.
for anybody that can't.
Let's
see.
talk about you missing the Blue Belt Shark Tank again last
I
night.
missed all 3 of the latest Blue Belt Shark Tanks. So I'm very
Yeah,
disappointed in
so-
myself.
At our gym at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu in Decatur, Alabama, the Nibiru Moon of the Year, by the way, the 10th Planet voted by our peers as the best academy within the 10th Planet organization globally.
Ooh,
Pretty happy about that. Anyway, when we give out a blue belt, what happens is the candidate, you're not really a candidate, it's not a test. We don't really test. Your test has been going on since you've been training. This is just kind of like a rite of passage, I guess, so to speak.
Mhm.
But you jump out there and you take everybody in the room back to back to back. And there were 23 people in class last night. So Manny
For Manny's, yeah.
Rocha had 22 rounds. He was the 23rd person. He had
Congrats,
22
Manny.
consecutive rounds. And then he got his blue belt. And then Steven wasn't there. One of our own blue belts.
Oh man.
Talk to us about how you feel, Steven.
It's a true loss on my side. Like I lost on that I should've
Does
been
the word shame enter your heart at all?
immediately. It's been living there since I figured what happened.
What about
Sad.
regret?
Sad, shameful, regretful.
Subpar?
Makes me basically feel like a white belt again, all over again.
That's
What
appropriate.
about
Yeah.
what about this emotion? Does this come to you? Fixated weasel.
I feel like the weasel, in all honesty, could be my spirit animal.
That's appropriate right now.
What about like the
Fixated
weasels,
upon your shame.
What about the weasels from like Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Dude, they were awesome though. But kind of slightly stupid, but
That's
still
what I'm
pretty.
saying.
I hadn't seen that one recently enough to even get the reference. I'll be honest with you.
What?
I do. I've seen it, but I was a wee youngin. I do very specifically remember having a straight up sexual attraction to that cartoon character.
Oh,
For
he put it out there.
Jessica.
He
Well, that was
put
real.
it out there.
Jessica Rabbit. Yeah.
That,
And listen,
that,
if
that got a
you,
little weird, people.
well, it's just the truth.
It
It's
got
just the
weird
way it
quickly.
works. I was a little kid. I don't know. I didn't even know it was a sexual attraction at the time.
Please stop saying that.
Sexual attraction.
Just remember that
I'm the
you're
only dude in the world that can say sexual. S-E-C-K-S-H-U-L.
dude.
Sexual.
How could you forget the weasels, man? When they laughed too much, they killed themselves.
I don't remember that at all.
If they laughed too much, dude, they died, and their little spirit angels went up to laugh in heaven.
And that one guy was always trying to grab it, like pull it back in.
And so the dude, the good guy to save Roger Rabbit and Jessica, like put on this ridiculously stupid comedy act and was doing all this physical humor to make them laugh and kill themselves.
Slapstick,
if you will.
Yeah, I don't remember at all.
Come on.
I don't remember. I remember her in that red dress, though, player.
That makes me
Oh my
disappointed
gosh.
for you, though.
I know, right?
Sexual.
I think the tables have been turned now, Brennan.
It was
Please.
sexual.
Please stop saying that.
You know who else was sexual for me when I was young and didn't know it? Was Punky Brewster. Didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. I was so little. But looking back on it, sexual.
Oh my
It's the way
goodness.
the good Lord made us. It's just the way it is.
It's true, but it's weird.
She was gorgeous. I loved her. She was my first love.
I thought Kelly Kapowski was.
No, Kelly Kapowski's my truest love. You know, your first love, it's not true love, generally speaking. It's, your first feelings of infatuation. My
Hold
first
on.
sexual tension. That's Punky Brewster.
Jessica Rabbit had nothing on Kim Basinger and her character in Cool World.
I didn't see that one.
Yo, for real though.
Bro. Man.
Kim Basinger was a fantastic looking lady. I mean, I'm sure she's still a fine looking lady. But
I completely
when she was
forgot
in, she was in
Brad Pitt was in that movie.
the Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah, Brad Pitt was in that movie.
Yeah.
That's like Brad Pitt's first movie ever.
Dude, I love
All
Brad
right.
Pitt.
If you could marry a cartoon, go.
Ooh. Wait, Mary?
Mhm.
Like be with forever, Mary.
Yep.
Bugs Bunny.
Okay, Steven.
I like a man who can make me laugh.
I cannot follow that.
There's really only one that could follow that and be genuinely funny.
No pressure or anything, Steven.
Yeah, I just can't think of it right now. See, I'm suck at this game.
You're really good at this.
You're tremendous. You're tremendous. Hey, I'll tell you what, games are your specialty.
it's where I thrive. It's where I feel at home.
It's where you're just your comfort level is right there, your little bubble.
I choke, man. I get scared.
All right.
Things happen sometimes in MMA.
We'll move to
Like
me.
my white belt comes out.
All right, Bird.
We'll move
Marry
to
a
me.
cartoon character.
I'm going with Scarlet from G.I. Joe.
Hmm. I figured I had you pegged for more of a Cobra man.
No, like Destroy might have been one because I like his shiny bald head.
Had you
Remi-
pegged as an
reminds me of
Optimus
my
Prime
own.
kind of fella.
I'm more of a Bumblebee.
I know so much about the Transformers on accident now because my son is so into them. I didn't even like the Transformers when I was a kid. I was like, this is just dumb. I didn't like trucks and cars and man stuff. So I was just a little dorky kid, you know. And now, oh my gosh, I can't stand those movies. Although I must say, Megan Fox is beautiful, just beautiful. So that makes it at least
Nah,
watchable.
nah,
I'm gonna need you to get back
nah,
in your lane. You need to just get right on back in your
nah,
lane right there and drive
nah,
straight ahead, sir. What are you
nah,
meh? Meh? Did you
nah.
just meh Megan Fox?
Mm.
Steven, a little help here, dude. Megan Fox.
I'm on it.
No, I mean, don't throw a picture of her up on the screen or
You
nothing.
can't. We're not allowed to.
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are on
I was
all
going
that.
to using her images or her likeness. This is educational
Okay, just for study purposes.
for study.
I don't really want to see a picture of Megan Fox. I know what she looks like.
What?
I heard she has weird thumbs.
All right,
She has
type
hammer
in Megan
thumbs.
Fox thumbs then.
She has hammer thumbs.
We could at least see a picture of her thumb, right? What is a hammer thumb? Is that this, like where your thumb bends backwards like that?
Like it's
Or it's just like
it's
fat
kind
on
of
the hand?
short and fat.
Short, fatty, like
Yeah,
a pud thumb.
Yes.
You can kind of see the thumb here. Hold on.
Let's have a look-see.
Have a look-see of the thumb. Oh, look at
It's kind
yes.
of short.
Oh, she does have ugly little thumbs. That changes things. That does change things dramatically. But look, I'm just going to use my hand to cover
Where are
her
your
thumb right
thumbs?
there.
I don't know.
Here.
Jeez,
That's
get
so
right out of
that
here.
looks a lot. That looks a lot like Bilbo's thumb. I'll be honest.
She's got hobbit thumbs, dude.
She does. She has hobbit thumbs.
Well, let's find some
I'm
more.
gonna find I'm gonna
Brendan
find out that
has
she's
hobbit
like a dude or something somewhere down the line. Like, I'm sorry, I just thought she was gorgeous. Dude, I think she's beautiful. You meh.
easy.
I mean, she's
Caitlin.
like for real one of the best looking women in the world to me, and you meh at her.
It's because he saw this image. This
Oh,
is
no.
exactly why he's mad. He's because he's like, he's looking at a magazine one day and he's like, hold on. Whoa. Whoa. Thumb. Oh, my. Oh. Oh. The thumb.
I'm sorry. I don't care about her thumb at all.
Listen,
That
I wanted to build like a wooden shed the other day, and I couldn't find my hammer, so I borrowed her thumbs.
You got a 3D printer. Just put up a picture of her thumb.
Just hammered the nails in to some 2x10s.
Is that a thing? 2x10?
I made it
I
up.
thought
I don't know.
I don't know.
Specialty
I guess
cut.
that's a legitimate length. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
Or
Sure.
width or height. Something about surface area. I'm scared. I'm way outside.
Surface area.
I'm way outside my comfort zone here. I
Tools.
did in VOAG. I made a couple of things in VOAG. I made a gun rack. That was pretty good. I stained it.
I don't know what
Cut it with a
VOAG means.
jigsaw. VOAG, vocational agriculture. So I went to school in Lawrence County, Alabama, where you're required to learn how to use a saw and to make things with your hands. And also in this class, we did two other things in this class. So we learned how to saw and build things, which obviously not my favorite subject. We
True.
also learned in this class how to judge a cow for an auction. Yes, so like in 4-H club and stuff, you have to learn how to, like, you measure the cow by like its build and like its symmetry, and it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, just is it made of meat? Yes or no? That was the way I judge a cow.
But
Is
there's,
it gonna-
I guess some cows are better than other cows. That's what we're trying
I
to say.
suppose so. I guess just, you know,
There's a better
I feel like
cow.
that's unfair to the spirit of the cow, though.
It's very judgmental.
It is,
Pretty
don't
sure
you feel?
it's
Harsh.
I
It
think
felt
it's
bad
racial.
then.
It's racial profiling is what it is.
It
And the whole
is.
reason we're judging these cows is to eat them, most likely.
I know. We're gonna look here. Here, straight up. We're gonna eat them anyway.
Mm.
Well, we gotta judge them first.
It's racial hunger.
Good point, man.
Let's just let them be, man. Them poor cows.
Let them be. Let them chew
Oh,
their
we
cud.
also played a lot of Sim City in that class.
Judge free. Judge free. Chewing the cud.
Judge free zone, judgment free zone.
Judgment.
Like, what's the name of that gym that has the judgment free zone? They got one here in town, Stephen. What is it?
Oh, snap. Judgment free.
Planet Fitness.
Yes, Planet Fitness. I've heard some great
That's
stories
across
about
the
Planet
street.
Fitness. I've seen some good YouTube videos,
There's
too.
some videos about that 300-pound dude who was eating a pizza. Like,
Yeah, he was eating a slice of pizza and doing, like, crunches on the ab machine the wrong direction.
because you sign up, you get like free pizza.
They have a pizza bar.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Jim?
Yes, like once a day
Yes.
or once a week or something. They have like pizza
Carb
bar
up.
day.
Carb up, man.
I'm
Yeah,
not
carb
kidding,
load.
man.
Carb load.
And then they have a buzzer that goes off if you drop the weights too hard or if you're making too much noise. Like, you're out of there, dude. They kick you out.
They
It's,
have
like
sound rules.
Yes, like it's all kinds of rules. Like, you can't wear anything that somebody else might find intimidating.
That sounds like them Nazis. That's what it sounds like.
What in the world? What's a gym for?
Like, for a judgment.
Because let's be real, nobody's coming.
Seems like they have
Can I
a
wear
lot
my
of
spats in
judgments.
No, you couldn't wear your spats in
For
there.
real?
Like, you know how we train we train in spats. I'm into spats like crazy right now, Dirty Bird. I'm wearing tights to training every night. I love it. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Like, are these the same thing as
Spat fever.
Spanx?
They're kind of like Spanx, I guess, but in that they hold everything together. But I'm wearing a cup underneath, so
That's weird.
hey, it is. It's weird. But guess what? You learn to love it. You embrace it. You become one with it. So I wear these slicky spats so that people can't grab leg locks as easy.
Get them legs
I ain't
back.
trying to get my feet turned on.
I mean, I'm judgment free right now, but there's
Except for the spats.
He's more with the cows on us.
It's I mean, there's a lot
I
of people
feel like
that
a
would
cow right
think-
now.
that would think like getting in between another man's legs
Sweating
and
on them.
wrestling and sweating and like
Grunting.
purposefully putting yourself in between some other man's legs
Taking
is
his
weird
back.
too. So I mean, whatever. You're already,
So here's a
Man
big
hugging.
rule about
so
grappling. Is
spats
that
are okay.
people say all the time in jiu-jitsu, oh, it's only gay if you make eye contact. Ha 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 ha. And so guess what I do as much as possible? I'm trying to make all the eye contact I can, dude. I'm like getting down in their ear. Not just be so still and so quiet like a little church mouse. Circus mouse.
You just go Sean Coffee on it, man.
My name's John Coffey. Like the drink, only not spelled the same.
That's a pretty decent John Coffee, man.
I got a microphone. That's as deep as I can go, though.
Dude, just use the proximity effect with the mic. Get closer and be like, that didn't work out good.
Or if you could,
Like the closer you get, the more
like you
bass
could
you
Barry
sound.
White it a little bit. Like, girl, I can't do it. I got the most non-bassy voice of all time.
Girl, you know I love you.
We belong together. Oh.
Girl,
And
I'm
you
a
know
mess.
that I'm right.
I'm a mess without you, baby. I can't sleep
How
at night.
could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye?
The sheets that stick to my back, baby.
Could you love me again like you loved me before? This time I promise to love you much more. Pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead. This is the best part. Spinning in around and around. Oh, he says
All right.
like 7 or 8
Mariachi
extra
mix.
little.
Oh, that's not the mariachi. Damn it.
Yeah, we just went to.
I went with
the
Barry
road,
White for
man.
Boyz II Men. Sorry,
Man,
that's the best
that
Boyz II Men
was-
song. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's correct.
Motown Philly back again. Doing a little East Coast swing.
East Coast
That's a good one.
swing.
What Water Runs Dry.
Let's don't wait till the water runs dry.
We don't even talk anymore. There's that one. Oh no, I'll Make Love to You. That was a good one, dude. That was a
strong.
good song right there.
Strong to quite strong.
That's some memory making music there, fella. You can make a memory with that one.
Some baby making music.
Girl.
Our
Just
cover
come
was
back,
much
baby.
better though.
You hear? Just come back to me.
Here?
So,
all right.
Go ahead.
Hold on. How long have we known each other for real?
Well, how old am I right now? I just turned 35 years old.
I don't know. I don't even know you. I don't know.
I
the
met you when I
streets.
was 18,
Wait, actually, I
so
do.
somebody do the math. 35
18.
minus 18. Is that how you get the answer to that
I was
question?
19. I was 19.
That'll be 20 years.
Yeah, I think it's 33 years.
Oh, I was 2 and 3 off.
33 years. What?
Yeah, 33 years, right?
We've
35
known each
minus-
other.
35 minus 18 is
Oh
33.
yeah. That's 33.
11. About 6.
All right. So let's. Do you remember the first
12.
time
12 years.
that we hung out?
It was
Let's give a little Bird and Brandon history. That's what I want to do. Because the
All right.
first time we met, not the first time we met, but the first time we actually hung out
I remember the first time we hung out.
was at your
unless it was-
house.
Oh, and I don't know. You know, I got the worst memory ever. So if you start telling a
you
story,
got the
I'll
worst
start
memory.
But I remember
Okay.
the first time I met you.
Let me tell the story.
Okay.
Just shut up and let me finish one story.
Can I finish
finish
one
one story? I drive a Dodge Avenger.
I can do 100 push-ups in 20 minutes.
I'm a division manager.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
So we're at your house, out in the backwoods of Moulton in Lawrence County, and we went out to your driveway, and we were shooting a little basketball, and we were
Okay.
sizing each other up.
Of course.
We're just looking at each other, and we're like, "Oh, ain't no way you're a baller." And you're saying the same thing. Ain't no way you're a baller. So we ended up playing a little bit, and we realized that, hey, this dude's pretty good. Hey, this dude's pretty good. And so,
I'm sure I realized that. I'm pretty sure you didn't realize that about me.
No, you were pretty good back in the day. So we had this friendship, but you went to a different college. We hung out that one summer where I drove around 17 states in 3 months.
I
And
remember that.
and Brandon's like,
you painted your hubcap. You painted your wheel. You painted one side of it red and the other side of it blue, so that when you're going down the road, it would be purple. I don't remember anything else, but I remember that. I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
That was the stupidest thing ever. And my windshield wiper were just like JT's because we had the
You
same
could
car.
squirt them off to the
You
side.
could shoot 2 lanes over in traffic. So there'd be people with their windows down, hanging out, and we just shoot
Were
'em.
you in the car with me and JT when he did that? And we were pulling out of Faulkner University.
Yes. And
Pulled
that
onto
guy.
Atlanta Highway. No, it wasn't a guy. It was Heath Smith. Heath Smith was in the truck next to us. And we had him, we're like, hey, roll down your window. And JT hit the windshield wiper fluid, and he squirted it dead in Heath Smith's mouth while he was trying to talk trash to us, and we sped off. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait to have JT on as a
Oh
guest.
my gosh, that's gonna
And
be
he's
the
the funniest. He's the funniest dude in the world.
and the most talented person in the world.
He's the most talented,
This guy.
just ridiculously funny dude in the universe.
Yeah, his name is Jeremy Tomlinson. He's just a friend of ours from college, but he lives in Orlando, Florida now, with his
I hope I get to
wife
see him.
and babies. I'm
Your
going to
boys.
Orlando in August to teach at a training camp.
I'll
to
go with
teach
you.
planning. Yeah, let's go, man. That'll be awesome. But you can't really go unless you fly. They're flying me and Lindsay down.
Oh,
So, yeah, you're out. I mean, you can go.
no thanks.
I just won't. No, I mean,
No,
it's okay.
okay. I'm just not as important as you.
Do
I
you
won't
want to
fly.
go?
Here,
I'll
I mean,
take
you
I'll
wanna
take
go.
the mega bus for $2.
I would like to do that. That sounds like a good idea. Going to Los
Probably-
Angeles in August.
It probably goes to Orlando. Maybe.
What is the
and
mega
probably
bus?
it's this humongous double-decker bus that you can get on for like $2.
And go wherever?
It travels down the major roads. It goes from
Look
Nashville.
up mega bus.
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
Look up mega bus. You just go it's like a Greyhound, but it's mega.
Yeah, it's in the major cities though, like Greyhound.
So Decatur probably not on the
Probably,
transit route.
I would say Decatur probably wouldn't make the cut.
Hmm.
Now, Moulton might make the cut.
That's a little different. Molten, Alabama.
Moulton.
Bolton gonna beat
Mountain.
Decatur where it's greater.
I'm from the suburbs of Moulton.
Hey, I remember that time that we got Lucas Black in trouble
Mm-mm.
at high school.
Talking about
Dude.
movie star Lucas Black.
Yes.
I don't remember getting him in trouble.
You have the worst movie. You have the worst memory ever. Dude.
I remember him being in a homemade movie with us. So Stephen, we used to make homemade movies all the time. Like
Yeah.
just
Do
this
you
like
still
back
have
when.
any of this footage?
Some of them.
That's a good question, Brian.
Let's don't talk about that though. Let's don't talk about it.
Someone may or may not have misplaced them forever, and they may or may not be able to be retrieved, no matter how hard we've tried or where we've looked.
This is gonna take a little digging.
Yeah, it's a sore subject. It's probably the second biggest regret of my life.
The first was making most of those.
The first was just being Brandon's friend ever.
Yeah, that's a mistake on your part for sure.
No, it was that was tough, man.
So
losing
Lucas
those.
Black, I went to school with Lucas Black. Lucas Black is a movie star now. He's in.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, he was the star of Tokyo Drift. He was in
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, he was the quarterback in Friday Night Lights, right?
Sling Blade was his first movie when he was a kid.
No, his first movie was a Kevin Costner movie, but he wasn't.
I reckon I'm gonna hit you in the head with this lawnmower blade. Mm-hmm.
Never saw it.
Dude.
I haven't really supported Lucas's movies. Here's the problem: like I watch it. I think it'd probably be different now that he's grown. I haven't seen him in a long, long time. But like I grew up with this guy and I knew his family and stuff, and like he was in homemade movies with us. Like we're just goofing off. And so anytime I watched a show or a movie with him, it was like the suspension of disbelief was completely gone. I couldn't watch it. That's Lucas. That's not a character. That's Lucas. I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, we went to your high school. We went to Speak High School one afternoon.
When we killed him with a bow and arrow? Is this that movie?
Dude. No. We didn't shoot a movie. We just went while high school was going on.
Oh, okay.
And we went to shoot some ball, man. We went to the gym. And, there was a group on one side of the court, and we went to the other side. Well, Lucas and a bunch of other people, I guess they were in PE, they were throwing a football. A football rolled over to me, and I picked it up, And I threw it, but I overthrew him, and he went and jumped for the ball. The ball bounced off his fingertips and hit like one of the teachers near the bleachers. And so he got in trouble and had to sit out on the bleachers. And you came over to me and you were like, dude, do you know who you just got in trouble? And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? I just threw a football to somebody. You're like, no, dude, that's Lucas Black. And I'm like, who? And then you're like, no, that's the famous dude, the little boy in Sling Blade. Didn't he star in something with Susan Sarandon?
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. And so you were like, yeah,
he's a legitimate actor. Yeah.
You just got Lucas Black in trouble. So there you go.
We should have him on the podcast, dude.
Oh,
No, Bird, where'd you go?
What happened? What happened?
Oh.
Failings.
We should have Lucas on the podcast, man. If I could get in touch with him, I can get in touch with his family. I bet he'd come on. That would be fine. Have a real live Hollywood superstar boy.
That'd be
He's
awesome.
a good kid, man. He comes from a good family. He had made it as an actor, and all he wanted to do was be a professional fisherman. That's all he wanted. He's like, I don't care nothing about this acting.
Yeah.
I think he bought him a house out in the country out here in Lawrence County. Just whatever, man. He didn't care. I'd love to get his story. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was cool.
Check this out. So last week I had this nailed down, and we had a last second change of plans, and so we ended up JM Holland and Zach rescued us on our guest at the last second. So I was able to call them. They're like, yeah, dude, we'll be right there. But whenever we're ready, he's ready to go now. David Callahan, who is the creator of The Expendables, he's ready to go whenever we're ready. He also wrote Godzilla, this last Godzilla movie that came out. He wrote the movie Doom. You remember that one that was on the video game?
Yeah,
With The Rock?
That was cool, with the first-person shooter of The Rock. That was tight.
Nice.
He wrote that. He wrote the new Godzilla. He created the characters of The Expendables. Anyway, when I go to LA, he's one of my training partners when I go out there. We're around the same size, same rank. And he's one of the nicest human beings alive. And I don't know, we just made homies somehow. So
you need to talk to him about these movie ideas that I have.
Oh, that's when he comes on. Listen, he hates that kind of stuff too, so we'll do it the whole time. We'll just pitch him terrible movie ideas the whole time.
I got some great ones. Hey, but seriously, all right, that's cool that you wrote Expendables, but what about this? Right? An ocean liner.
Mm-hmm. What happens on the ocean liner, Brian?
Radioactive iceberg.
I don't know.
No.
There's a nose surgeon on there.
There's a nose surgeon.
Bruce Jenner.
A velociraptor.
Mm-hmm.
And like several people from Greenpeace.
Mm-hmm.
They're all on this ocean liner. They
come up on the radioactive iceberg.
They come up on the radioactive iceberg. The person on the front of the ocean liner yells, "Radioactive iceberg, dead ahead!"
That's Bruce Jenner did that.
Yeah, for sure that was him.
So the catastrophe happens, and so the whole movie is just the 22 hours of the sinking of this ship.
So it's happening in real time.
The nose job doctor, the velociraptor, and the people from Greenpeace all have to work together, and so they because of this, it bonds them for life. They end up, a couple of them don't make it out alive.
Well, you know what? It doesn't sound like enough tension. We need a protagonist. So we need something. They crash land. They crash land on an island, of course, and the island is ruled by who else but Screech from Saved by the Bell.
He's awesome.
He's in a loincloth.
Who's currently going to prison for stabbing somebody.
No! Is that real?
Reals?
That's real talk, man. He was in
Screech is a
court.
gangster.
He was in court
What?
the other day. He was him and his girlfriend were at a bar, and these people were making fun of him, of course. And so
These snaps,
like
you know. You can always take
the,
so much to that,
the
you know.
girlfriend
Stab somebody.
and some other girls got into a fight. Well, then the boys.
Oh, she had his
of
back.
course,
She was not messing
The
around.
boys were they were gonna jump him or something, so he pulled out a knife and stabbed one of
Handled his
them
business.
and just left. And man, I wish there was a quote he quoted the other day to the judge. Please Google this right now, Steven, and see what he said. It was hilarious, dude. It's like something like people in court are probably trying to help themselves stay out of jail. He just said he said what you say when things got real. When keeping it real goes wrong. That's what Screech did. He said this to a judge. He was like, well, I thought it would do something by stabbing him. I thought it would do something. I don't know where it is. Are you finding it? Because it was hilarious.
I'm not really having luck finding that exact quote or anything.
Way to go, guys.
Dadgummit.
I appreciate
All
y'all
right.
leaving me hanging on the Screech quote.
No, I've got it. Dustin Diamond.
I got a Jesse Spano quote while we wait.
All right, go.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared. That's all I got for Jesse Spano. P.S. Still love Kelly Kapowski.
Oh, the dude died.
Who did?
Did
Who
you
he
get it?
stabbed. Hold up.
Oh, the guy died for real?
His wounds were mostly superficial, but then things took a turn for the worse when a wound became infected, and he died on the table.
That's not
Screech
true.
killed a
Y'all are
man.
messing with me. Y'all are messing with me right now.
Rumor, or it's false. No, dude, this is a rumor. Oh, this is on Snopes, dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, you're called out.
No, he didn't really die though, did he?
It says that was a rumor.
Yeah.
But he really
He
did,
stabbed him
get
in the
arrested,
arm,
right?
dude. He cut him in the arm or something like that.
So he was like on Judge Judy. He wasn't even in real court. He went to
Nah,
like
he's in real court.
Judge
He went
Wapner.
to-
He was like in divorce court.
Hold on, guys. I think Screech is clean. This could be
The whole thing's just
I
a
think
just a
Snopes.
giant fabrication.
Yeah, could be the interwebs running him up.
What's the hardest you've ever been trolled by, like a rumor going around like that?
No, dude, but this is legit though.
O'Brien's on it.
Oh, he's getting trolled. He's getting pulled in hard right now.
Mm-mm.
Prove this. I just snoped it.
I got yanked into let's see, the ones that I've thought were real for sure. Definitely thought Eddie Vedder had lung cancer at one point. I definitely thought Adam Sandler died. Y'all remember that one? That's
When
another.
Adam Sandler died.
Yeah, I thought that Adam Sandler was dead. You can think of any more, Steven?
Mine are all like nerdy and stuff.
Come on, try us.
There's this one. It's
okay.
like a model of the way that our galaxy travels through space, or not our galaxy, but our solar system, and it makes it. It's like called the helical, or it's like the helical model. So it travels like a helix, like the DNA helix. Like it's weird, but things don't really operate like that in real life.
So you got trolled into some.
Yeah, it's a
super
fancy
nerd
science
thing.
troll thing where they try to get you to be. I don't know. It looks neat as an animation. It's kind of basically what it is.
It
It's like-
wasn't even.
yeah, it's just not the way that the things operate in in
What in the
physics.
world? I don't even know
It's
what
like
just
a-
happened.
Yeah, it's like their idea is the sun is the leading edge of everything, and the sun's just going through space, and all the planets are like going around a circle behind it, and it creates like a helix form, or a pattern. But
You know what I just learned the other day?
that's not really the way it is.
I just learned that the guy is it Crick? Francis Crick, the guy who discovered the double helix,
On acid.
was on acid when he discovered the DNA double helix structure.
Yes.
Holy cow, that's crazy. Francis Crick was his name, right? Yeah, I learned that. I was learning about Terence McKenna the other day. Just, I hear that name a lot. I hear that Terence McKenna name a lot. And I was just like, you know what? I don't actually know anything about Terence McKenna, so I was just trying to learn.
Yeah.
Because I've heard like people talk about their like, oh, I've been influenced by Terence McKenna, or he was crazy, or whatever, different things. And so I went into this like whole internet rabbit hole about Terence McKenna and the other guy. Now I can't remember his name all of a sudden. The other real famous. Dang, Bird, what are you doing? Bird's slanging his phone around. He's
I like every time he gets happening, I get so
determined to find out if Creech
You
killed the dude.
You don't worry. Oh no, he didn't kill anybody, but he did get convicted.
Yeah.
He
got stabbing people, homie.
He got cleared of the felony charge, but he got 2 misdemeanors for disorderly conduct and concealing a weapon. And he had a funny quote that, dang it, it's not on here, but
let it go.
Can't do it.
Go.
Can't do it.
Can't hold it back anymore.
Let it snow. All right. Hey, what's the funniest celebrity mugshot you've ever seen?
James Brown.
Yes.
It's easy.
Brown was the most turned up celebrity of all time.
Yeah.
Have you seen his interview with the? He did an interview with a news anchor back in the day, dude. You gotta look it up. Yeah. And it's just he's lit, man, and it's just it's just the best thing you ever see, for real.
And it's on the news.
It's on the interwebs. It's on the YouTubes, man.
But the interview was on like broadcast news.
Right, some local news station or some regional news station had him on, and he was just woo. And the way he answered questions it's classic, dude.
If he wasn't famous, he would have been a YouTube sensation. Hands down.
That dude was destined for famous.
Yes.
There's no way. Some people are they're going to be famous. It don't matter what they do, man. That's one of them. He was awesome. Man, I've been listening to a lot of that old like soul music here lately. I've been listening to a lot is Otis Redding.
Oh, I love it, man.
Man, I've been listening to some Otis Redding. Try a little tenderness, get out of here.
And a little bit softer now. And a little bit softer now. And a little bit softer now.
Brian, you seem to be having trouble controlling the volume and pitch of your voice.
Go, Brandon. Go ahead and make fun of me. But it's voice modulation syndrome.
Voice modulation is a real disease.
It is. By the year 2025, over 13 people will be affected by it. There are many celebrities like the great Pete Sampras.
Pete Sampras has voice and modulation?
Yes, Tina.
Pete has low-grade voice and modulation.
He has low-grade.
All right, so I interrupted a story. You were going somewhere with a story. Then we got talking about Lucas Black.
Who was?
You were.
Me?
Yeah, you were talking about the summer that we met or something.
Oh, I mean, really, this was just a pivotal moment in my life, and I really needed to consider what I was gonna do for the rest of my life. And so we're hanging out at this church camp, and Brandon goes, "Hey, you want to come to Faulkner?" And I was like, "What's Faulkner?" And he told me it was a college, and so the week after camp, I went and registered. And really, that's how
we became friends.
That's how Bird and Brandon became.
And that was that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew we were going to have a good time right away. Within about 15 minutes of meeting him, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a fun friendship here.
Hey, and let's not forget that church camp was like the birth of the Chode Rack.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
let's not overlook that that's the ghost of Stonewall Jackson.
There'll be a mint julep waiting for you on the other side.
On
All
the
right.
other
So what are
side.
these moves now? There's a Stonewall Jackson, the mint julep. You have to describe these moves. Are these
Oh
secret
no,
moves?
these are not real moves.
They're
Don't
just
you
quotes.
wear that pretty little head, Stephen Mitchell? They're not real
It's
moves.
just a little quote from Anchorman 2.
Oh, references. I'm horrible with obscure references. That's not so obscure.
All right, put that on the white belt list.
Yeah.
Games
Demote.
and
Jokes.
references.
White
References to jokes. It takes me 5 seconds for a joke to register, no matter what. I'm that guy that's behind everybody else, like, oh, hey,
yeah.
I'm with you now. I'm with you now.
Okay, I'm there.
Wait, what are you laughing about, man? That was like 27 minutes ago.
Those are for the hard ones.
So,
All right.
go ahead, Bert. Go. What you got,
No,
Bird?
no.
Hey.
I really, since I guess we're about to wind down, but I just want to, what was the funniest thing you remember about me in college that the listeners and the viewers should know about? I mean, I
don't know if any people need to know about this, but I'll tell it.
Is it the toilet?
Mm-hmm. For sure. This is the
Yeah,
funniest thing I ever remember from you ever.
He told this story the night before my wedding in front of Grandpa Rich and Grandma Rich.
In front of his future grandparents.
I almost lost the inheritance because of this story.
Well, this will tell you everything that you need to know about Dirty Bird right here. This sums up every single thing about him. All right. So I'm off to class. I'm going to go to class during the middle of the day. Now, I want you to keep in mind as I tell this story, Dirty Bird is not my roommate. Okay? He's not. We don't live together. We live just a couple doors down.
Right.
Oh my gosh, what Bird has an animal.
There's a dog.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh, he's got his dog.
Look at this fluffy boy.
Dog's bigger than me.
Look at this boy.
Jeez.
All right. See you, buddy.
Those of you
Famous.
just listening, Brian grabbed a giant furry white creature, approximately the size of Stephen Mitchell, and pulled it up into his lap and displayed it for the camera. All right, that's what would just happen. So, okay, Bird is not my roommate.
He looked a lot like Falcor from Neverending Story.
Dude, I wish I looked like Falcor.
I wish that we were watching the Never-Ending Story together.
Falcor! Atreyu!
I kinda get
Falcor!
it.
Oh, that's bad.
Atreyu!
That's bad. That's bad.
Swamp sadness.
Okay.
What do you mean? The saddest.
Continue with the
Can't get it.
chlorophyll.
Okay, so Bird doesn't live with me. He lives a few doors down from me. So I'm off.
And up from you.
Yeah, on the next floor. I'm off at class, learning, going about my scholarly collegial duties.
Collegial. You can tell you went to college because the
See?
words.
Yes, because I'm not
Yeah.
using sophomoric language.
Hey.
I'm not into that kind of thing.
Juvenile.
Yeah, it's just silliness. I don't do that. Let me tell you who does. Brian Doherty, the Dirty Bird. He does. Because I am traipsing and moseying back from my class, all nimbly-pimbly and whatnot, just walking, not a care in the world. Not a care in the world. And I walk in, and as I near my dorm room door, I hear a noise. And here's what the noise sounds like. That one specifically. I was like, something's going on in my dorm room. And so I opened the door to the dorm room very quietly to try to decipher what it is that may be happening inside. So what you need to know about the structure of the dorm room is that as you walk in, you open the door, you kick the door all the way open, and if you just kept walking straight, you'd walk straight into the bathroom. right? So if the bathroom door was open, you could see inside the bathroom, right? So as I walk straight, like my beds are off to the right, but I'm walking straight, and there's a wall immediately to my left here, and against that wall is a full-length mirror across the counters. And directly across from the mirror is the toilet. So you can sit on the toilet or get in the shower, and you could check yourself out in the mirror the whole time, just enjoying yourself. Well, as I open the door quietly and mosey into the room, the noise continues. What is this noise? And as I get closer, I can peer into the bathroom because the door is wide open. And in the mirror, I look in the mirror and I see Dirty Bird sitting on my toilet, cranking out a deuce, making faces in the mirror, and he is having the best time, just doo-dooing in my room and making faces and noises in the mirror. Just the best moment of his life. Nobody around but him, pooping in somebody else's room. And that's just everything that I ever needed to know about him right there.
So did
That'll
you
tell
tell
you
this story
everything.
at the wedding or before the wedding?
No, I told this at the dinner.
That's good.
Yeah, I was at the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
Um,
So I guess that's probably not the funniest story, but that's the story that is the most, it describes you the best. I'll say that. There's plenty of other funny things that happen, most of which shan't be told on this podcast.
Truth
Yeah.
be told, truth.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah, that's
Here,
pretty
how
good.
about this?
And
I ain't trying
now-
to get you fired. That's what I know.
No. But it probably wouldn't, because my bosses are so cool.
My two
Anyways.
favorite stories about you I wasn't there for, but one of them you could tell by yourself if you wanted to, because nobody that I know was around for this one, about the barbecue pit. I don't know if you'd want to tell that one.
No. We'll leave that one.
Let me tell the end of it. This is the punchline to this story. It ends up with Dirty Bird butt naked in a barbecue pit in San Antonio. That's a good punchline. You don't even really need to hear the rest of the story. That's just a good way to end it.
There we go.
Let's see. And the other best one, we'll get JT and Big Red on at the same time, and we'll have them tell the one about the Ziploc bag.
Oh. Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
That's the funniest one.
The Ziploc bag and the dart gun in Big Red's eye, I think is the funniest.
Oh man.
Yeah, we need to get JT and Big Red.
We'll have them on at the same time.
And even Alan Compton in there, and we'll just tell college stories the entire podcast.
All right.
Like the time that.
Because see, I don't care if anybody else is listening. Just to tell you the real truth, I'm just here to have a good time.
Steven, you will enjoy that night because
You'll have a good time.
Lots of pooping on a Domino's pizza box. The brain. And it's fantastic stories.
College days.
Fantastic stories. Here's one of my favorite Brandon moments. We were filming we did a lot of filming. We filmed home movies. We filmed some college movies. And this one happened to be, I think it was it G14 classified?
I don't know what story you're
That's
gonna
like a
tell.
type of weed.
It was G14.
G14 classified? The type of weed?
Classified.
I think everything is a type of weed. Like every name is taken.
So we were filming this movie where this mongoloid dinosaur came back every 50 years on the campus of Faulkner University, and so it just so happened to be the 50th year that we found this out. And so me and Brandon and a couple other guys are trying to escape the horrors of the Mongoloid dinosaur. So there's one scene where we're all hiding and the camera's off in the distance and you see this tree and you see this light pole and the light is on. It's like kind of like a metal street light. And so in the scene, we all kind of like run and jump out of the tree. Well, Brandon falls out of the tree, and for comic purposes, he runs head first into this metal light, dude. He's like, boom! Falls to the ground. The light stays on. He's like, I ain't having it. Gets back up, runs, jumps head first into the light, knocks the light out. I mean, this is like a 15-foot legitimate metal street light that he headbutts.
Dude, if you ever cage fight, this needs to be like known to your competitor. Like, listen, this guy has knocked out a light.
He knocked the light
This dude
out of a light.
a street light and won.
But dude, he hit
I
that
didn't
sucker and laid out. Like, he was laid out. All of us left outside of the camera view, but LeBrandon laid out, and he was laid out. And dude, we
got it on
watched,
video too.
we rewatched and watched that scene, and I'm telling you, dude, we died laughing.
We need that. We need that.
I know, dude. There were so many funny things. Like, here's the thing. Like, we made these solely for our entertainment, and they're just silly. They're not even like clever. There's nothing clever. It's just straight up like physical humor and just gibberish. Just saying words that make no sense together. Like these these 5 words should never be in a sentence together. Let's throw those in. Just just off the top of your head or whatever. But mostly, it's just a lot of falling down and getting hurt.
Yes.
But that's funny.
Oh, I know. Well, I think it's funny.
Playing
It's not like
the good
mature humor.
old-fashioned
I'm not
game.
trying. I don't want anybody to think there's plot lines or mature, thought-out humor or anything, because there's not.
No, it's basically
that's the best. Like, I love that way
a
better.
game of hurt myself. Chase the imaginary pig for a little while and get it on video. That's basically what happens. But dude, it was awesome. And then the time that, man, we got to tell the time with Big Red and JT when we made this video, when we made this movie called Birds and Sapple Sauce. And I kid you not, like it was like me and Brandon were high because we couldn't stop laughing. And we're usually the more professional ones. Like we I mean, as professionals, but dude, we laughed for, oh my gosh, we had this gay black dude play the Tooth Fairy, and he wore like a puppet on his head.
Look at Steven. He's like, what is this?
Yeah.
It was glorious, man.
I mean, I want to see it. This is what I'm saying.
I do too. I'd love to see it.
So do I, man.
I want to see Brandon knock out a light pole.
Like, I
We're not gonna do
legitimately
that.
might. I could literally cry because I lost those movies.
Shameful.
It's sad.
Moment of shame.
It was.
They were on VHS. Even if we found them, there's no way to play them. They're on VHS.
Yeah, they're on VHS. There's literally, like, if we went back in time, we might be able to.
Yeah, that we'd have to. Let's make a movie about us going back in time
to
get a
retrieve the
VCR.
movies.
Or we have to get a VCR while we're back in time, or we won't be able to watch them when we get back here.
Okay, let's pitch that to dude.
But yeah, that's perfect. Lopan, check this out. We call him Lopan because he looks like that dude off of Big Trouble in Little China.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we're gonna make a lot of good pitches to him.
Yes. All right. I think I've got to roll.
All right, dude. Let's wrap her up then. So I think next week you're gonna be gone, right, Bird?
Yeah, I'll be in Orlando.
Okay. So you'll be in Orlando. We're gonna have Jesse Bell and Mike Romano on. They did something called the Winway Pilgrimage all over. They just did like a martial arts pilgrimage all over North America, from Canada and all the way across down the East Coast and all the way over to California. One of them stayed in California, just never even went home. So
Nice.
they got a really cool story. Really, really nice guys. Jesse just got his purple belt over there in California in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He was roommates with Ryan Hall at TriStar Gym. He
Nice.
stayed at TriStar. He documented and photographed, videographer, all that kind of stuff at TriStar. So he's in real tight with like Rory McDonald, knows GSP, all these guys. So he'll have he's got some really, really cool stories. So he'll be a fun guy to have on. Really, really, really nice guy too. Then we're gonna get Lopan. Got some other. We're definitely gonna try to have Eric Anders on again since we screwed up that episode. That episode will never make it on iTunes. It's just we're not gonna release it. And then we're gonna have OSP on again. He's fighting August 8th. He's fighting Glover Teixeira in Nashville. We should do a live Bird and Brandon podcast. The three of us go to Nashville, go to the UFC, and we'll sit there and watch it live. And that would be cool, man.
Yeah, we can record it there and upload it.
Yeah, that would be sweet. That would be sweet.
Yeah,
you know,
hey, work out your connects, dude, with Bravo, and see if we can get like a press pass.
Oh, there's no way that's gonna happen. But he doesn't work for him anymore. Is the thing.
Oh, he doesn't.
I mean, Rogan obviously, but I mean, I don't really know Joe. So, I mean, we could get down there and meet Joe.
Hey, I know Joe. Joe Mama.
Oh,
Got him.
Got him.
Got him.
So, anyway, on Twitter, you can follow us at Bird and Brandon. We're on Facebook. Please give us a like on Facebook. Again, facebook.com/Bird and Brandon. Subscribe to us on YouTube. But most importantly, now, please subscribe on iTunes and give us a review and a rating on iTunes. That would be really huge for us. Or if you're not an iTunes guy, like I don't really do iTunes podcast. I'm a Stitcher man. I like Stitcher. Well, hey,
I like iTunes.
We're available on Stitcher as well. Well, I like Stitcher.
I like iTunes.
It's dumb. iTunes is not too dumb. It's actually pretty cool. A lot more podcasts on iTunes. They kind of, hey,
Stitcher's cool.
They made it happen. Yeah. So, yeah, I like Stitcher the best. I don't know why. I just never really used iTunes.
Stitcher.
Much.
I don't even know her.
Oh, you Stitcher, you brought her. Hey. All right.
Stitcher.
Anything else? Follow. Oh shoot.
Oh, what's burning down inside of you is all we need to save our day. 'Cause it's a free fall. And it's a joy ride. So when the world's got your back up against the wall, don't lie down and get vertigo. So slow down your pride. Come on, do what you gotta do. 'Cause limitless is easy when its passion's breaking through. These waves are breaking over me, but I refuse to drown. Yeah. 'Cause the thorns you bear, the burdens you bear, it's enough to get you flying and never come back down.
I was playing that as like a cue for an outro, but we were rocking it.
Yeah, that was good. That was all right.
That was
All right.
balling.
We'll see you guys later.
All right.
Inside of you is all we need to